All right. Pencil Talk Live, season 2, episode 22, but we're really starting a new chapter with the Pencil Talk game. With that being said, had the opportunity to cover the College World Series last year, and in this fall season where people have been telling me all over the place, hey, you can't cover college baseball full time, Jack. Well, I'm here to prove the naysayers wrong. And what better guy to start with then a guy that I had the opportunity to cover in the CAA championship with the Northeastern Huskies, a guy that I got to go see a week later in the Wake Forest Winston-Salem Regional, then freshman standout Cam Maldonado. Cam, thanks for joining me, my dude.
Problem, no problem.
All right, so Cam, you guys have been building something. I think I told you a little bit off air. I'm a 6-year super senior mid-major college baseball guy.
Yeah.
Played mid-major Division I baseball, you know, like there's some dirty, crazy laundry, some stories that can't be told, and I'm here to air them all out. Um, your experience just in year one with the Huskies, kind of what did it mean to you? What stood out in season one, and what will you be able to kind of carry into your now sophomore season?
Well, basically, like my first year, obviously going into Northeastern, I was nervous, obviously, like every other freshman would be. I think like took me a couple of weeks to get like comfortable with the guys. Obviously, I was nervous to talk. I'm not a big talker for them or anything like that, but as soon as we got going with practicing, team practices, just in the locker room, we all just bonded perfectly. Like our whole team is just a perfect big family. I think that's what made us have like a great season because our coaches are big on having a good chemistry, a big family. Because and they were right because we had a great season, obviously. And it's just like a great fun season to have to be a part of because I mean, I for my first game I played, I was very nervous, obviously, and I just went up to my first at bat of like, my college season. I was like, you know what, like whatever happens, happens. I mean, this is my first at bat. This is what I love. This is what I want to do, like from the rest of my life. So I might as well just have fun with it. And uh, after that game, I just went along with it during the whole entire season. So
Well, it's pretty fair to say I'm going to brag on you for you. You don't have to do it. For those who haven't met or know Cam, a wildly humble dude. Cam hit a really measly 353 as a freshman. Only 13 homers. Only took 32 bags. Was quite possibly one of the best freshman outfielders in the entire country. Fair to say it looks pretty fun out there for you.
it was very fun.
but you brought the first thing you brought up, which is what I think is so beautiful about the game. You talked about the importance of the chemistry in the locker room. Um,
Yeah.
were there a couple guys that stood out to you last year that like made it that kind of transition from high school ball to college ball a little bit easier? That made it feel a little bit more fun, where you could kind of put your hair down and relax and not have to worry about performance. You could just go play.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had a fifth year last year, Spencer Smith. As soon as I got into the locker room, like I didn't think I was gonna be able to talk to like the older guys that soon, but he came up to talk to me a lot, and we just got a great bonds, and he just made me feel comfortable like during every practice, like just felt make me feel like I'm a part of the team. Um, all the freshmen's like our whole class was like perfect bond the whole entire time. Like we no fights, no nothing, no separation between any of the team. So like yeah, Spencer Smith was standout guy for me because he was just so like talkative to me, which made me feel great and feel a part of it.
Well, you put that on a T for me, dude. It's like you've done this a time or two. Spencer Smith confirmed for the brand, had the opportunity to interview Spencer. For those who don't know, the CAA tournament, what I've said, CAA, by the way, kind of off the record, CAA is arguably one of the best conferences in all of college baseball. Last year, you guys got 2 teams into the tournament. Could have had 3 to 4, in my opinion, with you guys. Wilmington obviously winning the conference championship, College of Charleston, Delaware knocking on the CAA is loaded. I'm talking to you guys before the CAA championship, and it's like it's just another day in the ballpark for you guys.
Yeah.
Had the
Yeah.
opportunity to talk to Spencer Smith, defensive CAA player of the year, can absolutely boogie. So we got to shout out 22. But I did ask Spencer Smith can fly.
Yeah, he can.
But you had 32 stolen bases last year, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's winning in a foot race? You or Spencer Smith?
I don't know. I don't know. We always wanted to have a race like during a practice or we always had speed work. Like
Yeah.
after every single speed work, we always wanted to have a race, but I don't know. I never got to face him, but I mean, man, I don't know who would win that. I think Spencer got me there though.
What do
He
you
has
run?
big strides. He got
He's
big strides.
big strides that's a good way to put it. I mean, you gotta have a lot of range for a defensive player.
Yeah, he got big strides.
What about what you gotta what's your 60 time? I wonder what we'll hit him up. I wonder what his
Well, last October we had a scout day. I think I got 660, but I'm not sure if that got better or anything. But hopefully,
yeah, I was gonna say
I don't know.
that's fine. I think we're good with 6'6", but if the boys
Yeah,
hit 6'4" this year, he's gonna steal 42 bags, and the world's gonna be just absolutely screwed.
yeah.
Let me ask you this. I know it's a really trivial question. In this second season of podcast on my end, what I'm trying to do a better job of is like highlighting themes in the sport of college baseball. My question for you sounds really dumb because I know that your love for the game not as trivial as just being really talented. Where did your love for the game of baseball kind of start? Where are its origins? Is there somebody that stands out for you in your journey in the game? I'm really curious on this journey of like, why is baseball so romantic? Why did you fall in love with it?
So I mean, I played my whole life. Obviously, I started when I was 3, 4 years old. My dad got me into it. I was playing baseball and soccer,
Okay.
and um I didn't know which one like I was better at or anything like that, but I just felt comfortable on the field with the guys on the diamonds. Like it felt great. I think it felt better than playing the sport of soccer. Obviously, my dad always pushed me to play baseball because he knew I had something, um, like just something with baseball. I could do something with it. But yeah, my dad was like pretty much the reason why I'm here where I am now. He like would take off work to drive me to tournaments like every weekend. He would bring me to the field close by to throw a batting practice. Like just now he just got surgery on his arm, on his right arm, and he still was throwing BP somehow throwing strikes. So I was
Yeah.
like, wow. So he really he pushes me a lot, and it makes me like pretty much love the game of baseball even more. It just makes me want to just go out there and just have fun and play. He yeah, and he was also the guy like obviously baseball the game of failure, and he made me learn how to deal with failure during the game because if you don't then like you're not going to succeed as much, but like when you learn that like you can fail in the sport, then you will succeed and you'll have fun with it.
Love that. Dude. We gotta ask him. What is Pops okay? What was the surgery on? Like, did he get
Oh, he no, I
BP?
don't know. He tore something. I don't even know. I don't know. He tore something around his elbow, but it wasn't for like baseball or anything. It was just like something. It was just an accident, and then he tore it. Had to get surgery. Yeah, but he still was out there just throwing the balls and like throwing strikes.
I was gonna say, so Pops gritty as hell, battling through an injury. So shout out Pops. My question for you: I saw you won a high school home run derby. So first question: how many did you hit? Secondly, maybe more importantly, did Pops throw that BP for the?
No, Pops didn't throw that BP. Imagine though. But yeah, um, there was 8 people each from each team, and it was a futures league,
Okay.
and I went last. Um, the first round I had to beat 8 home runs to go into the championship. So I got 9. And then the second round, the guy who is also in the championship with me got to pick who went first. And
Yeah.
he had me go first. But I was like, I thought that was like an advantage because I just got done like
Yeah.
just
Roll.
swinging. Yeah, I just kept rolling, and then I hit 12 that rounds. And then yeah, Matt Burns, he was my hitting coach. He was the one throwing to me. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
So fast forward, what, 19 or 20, Cam?
I'm 19.
19. All right. So fast forward, let's call it 6 years. Cam's and we're in Cincinnati for the Major League Home Run Derbies. Okay. Who's throwing BP? Is it Pops or is it going to be your old hitting coach?
Um, I don't know. I uh I mean there has to be like a tryout maybe
Yeah,
like for
yeah. Well, we'll try.
my pops and my hitting coach
I was gonna
definitely.
say they got to earn it, right? They got to earn it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so good. Damn, 20 home runs. That's a lot. I don't think I've hit 20 home runs in the BP my whole life.
Yeah.
All right, now let me ask you this. Speaking of the Derby, we talk a little bit about obviously that everyone desire to play at the professional level. Is there a guy that you maybe kind of like model your game after? A guy that like, hey man, I love watching the swing, and you try to maybe I know imitation is the finest form of flattery. Is there a guy that you kind of like to mimic a little bit or look up to at all?
Yeah. So I like when I was younger, I used my whole life. I played shortstop or infield and I pitched. But obviously in college I transitioned to outfield. So I was looking up people like Aaron Judge or George Springer, like people like that in the outfield. And George Springer, obviously, I looked up to him a little bit because he's a local guy. He went to UConn. And obviously he had a great career. Aaron Judge, obviously, big time. Just like trying to like mimic the little stuff with that they do out in the outfield and in hitting as well. So those two were pretty big for me, and hopefully I want to just keep just mimicking them, seeing how it goes.
So Cam, I gotta ask you this: are you a Sox guy? Being from Connecticut,
I'm a Yankee guy.
you're a Yankee guy. Okay, so you're really gonna hate my guts. Um, your answer is so perfect, and you didn't know this about me going into it. I'm a diehard, like irrational Houston Astros fan. Like out of
Oh, okay.
I told you weren't gonna like me. That's why I queued it
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
For you, you can quote this. Shout out to the boy Eddie Hyatt. He's a teammate of mine that I played with in college. One of my dearest good friends. He's a barber. He cut my hair every other week to look like George Springer. I was that obsessed with him. I had the mohawk. I did the bald fade, the whole thing. So I
Yep.
put on my Houston Astros helmet for you.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
big George Springer fan, was heartbroken to see him deuce to Toronto, but he's a dog. And I definitely see the
Yeah.
swing comp too. You guys are both like kind of stood up, go to the leg kick like at times.
Yeah.
A lot of power out of the outfield. So I love
Yeah.
that.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's so funny. What's up with your Yankees this year, by the way? I'm not gonna harp on.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if Judge is happy about that either. So
No, man. I
I
thought
don't know.
the road on like going to get Carlos Rodon, like they needed to address starting pitching, but it's just it's snowballed, man. You know,
Yeah.
baseball can be contagious.
A lot of people are just getting hurt. I was like, yeah, like this year is not going to be the best season ever, but I mean, there's always next season. So
There you go. Well, speaking of that, talk about a team that's been rolling. Obviously, as a freshman, you guys kind of helped carry over the tradition of winning, unlike the Yankees with Northeastern. And you guys have another fantastic season year one. You come up just a game short of the CA championship. We talked about it. It was a really weird tournament broadcasting those games. I mean, Charleston's gorgeous 95% of the year. It was like 40 degrees and raining. No
yeah,
excuse. But you guys fall just a little bit short. But despite that, you guys end up in the tournament, an at-large bid, which is huge at the mid-major level, showing respect to your team. I fell in love with your head coach, Coach Black.
yeah,
I just felt he's so genuine, so authentic, was so helpful to me in being an ambassador for your program and kind of from upstairs calling the I'm like learning a lot about you guys, kind of hearing his thoughts in between games. So I fell in love with him. Fell in love with all the pieces around you, whether it was you or Sirota. A guy like Spencer Smith was so, I think, instrumental from a captain leadership standpoint. And I'm so glad that you kind of mentioned him already. I got to ask you, what makes y'all so different? You know, I think mid-major college baseball is quirky and it's beautiful with how insane it is. But you guys over the last couple of years are consistently building this powerhouse at the mid-major level. And I want to know, what is it that makes the Huskies so different?
Well, I mean, it's a hard program because obviously we're in the Northeast. It's like it's gonna be cold in the fall, it's gonna be cold in the winter. Sometimes it's gonna be cold in the spring while we play games there too. So, um, all the freshmen all agreed that like, wow, like we're actually very comfortable at the school. We're very comfortable playing on this field right now, which is I think very rare for young people, young players and stuff like that. And obviously the coaches have a lot to do with it. Glavin's a great coach. You got like you can go up to him like he's your dad. Like you could talk to him any type of way. You can go ask for advice. He's a very comfortable guy to talk to. But obviously when you get on the field, he's business and he wants to get this done, which is how a coach should be basically. And obviously what I said before with the chemistry with all the teammates, like having a great bond, that is something that is very much different than to have like a great season that we had this year.
I love that, man. You touched on it a little bit. Um, about you and your freshman class being like really comfortable being like on campus, right? Like whether it's you or Aiden Cabral, who both you freshmen for Northeastern had fantastic freshman season. You're seeing in the college baseball landscape right now a lot of guys like leaving. Why was it so important for you guys to stay at home, right? Like you, especially to a Connecticut guy, to stay at home and continue to build what you guys have already started.
Yeah. So obviously I want it to be like somewhat close to home, so my parents can come and watch some games they want.
Oh,
Um, Obviously academic, like Northeastern is a great academic school. It's something different for me, and it's something that I just want to challenge, And I don't live in the city, and I just wanted to experience something different. So I just want to see how the city was. Obviously, it's something to get used to. So the first week, I didn't know if I liked it or not. But then as soon as like it got, I got used to it and kept going, I loved it. Like I didn't want to leave. It was just, it's a great experience to be like Boston is a great city to be in, especially at nighttime, like all the lights. It's like beautiful. It's a great place to be. So yeah, it's just different.
heck yeah. I was gonna say I've got a bunch of buddies. I gotta shout out my good buddy. He's from Cheshire, Connecticut, but he's a big Sox fan. So there's a lot of buddies of mine who absolutely praise over the Boston area, and I can completely understand why. How about from I guess you're going into your sophomore year. What are you most excited for to get back on campus? Is it just seeing old buddies or getting this thing underway, or is there a kind of? I'm sure that you guys, when you get back on campus, will list out goals. Like what are the Huskies' goals for the 23-24 calendar year? Is it something personal for you, or like an overall team aspect as well?
So on a team aspect, I believe that our goal would be like just have a better year than we had last year, which is hard to do. But like I feel like the team we have and the players that we have, I feel like that it's possible and we could do that, and we can just go out there and have fun and just have a better year than we did last year. And that would be a huge goal for us, obviously. And just going back to campus is something I want to do, and just like hang out with all the guys again, getting back with all the players, all the guys in the locker room, just bonding with everyone, is just have a great time with them.
What was the game of choice on the bus for the Huskies? Do we play Mafia or
We played a little bit of Moth, played a
Little
little bit of
Maf?
Moth. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Who was
I
the
think that's
best
it though.
Mafia member on the bus?
I don't know. I think we all were bad. we, we we were all not the greatest at the game, but I mean,
So you tell me Northeastern baseball confirmed awesome at baseball, not so much at acting. What I'm
we're not the best at it, but we're getting to it. This
hearing.
year we'll have a good moth day, so we're
Who
gonna
is
get.
who is the narrator?
We have a different one every time. Bazo's a good, usually.
Bosley's, yeah, he was a
Yeah,
dog behind the
yeah,
plate.
he's a dog.
Instead of the
He's a
catcher,
dog.
be the narrator. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he's very confident. He's the loudest one too. He
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he brings all the guys up, makes everyone confident. It's funny, and I love it. Everyone on the team loves it.
All right. Good to know. We
Yeah,
love we love a confident catcher behind the plate. That's to no
yeah,
surprise. His game speaks volume.
yeah.
Mm, That's so great. All right, I'm gonna hit you before we wrap this thing up. I'm gonna hit you with our rapid fire. I'm trying out some new would you rather questions. Everyone loves them, right? Like I think a lot of people take on these interviews in a way to get ready for like these kind of questions like at the next level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it in a fun way. So I'm not gonna ask you like the questions that the guys with all buttoned up and ties are gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you like the hard hitting questions. So like first and foremost, would you rather burp glitter or sneeze confetti?
Um, I think I would rather sneeze confetti,
Okay.
because obviously, like when you're about to sneeze, you
Yeah.
just want to sneeze. Like once that goes away, like you don't feel good. You just want it to let it out.
that, man.
And the glitter is just it just gets all over the place. It's hard to clean up and everything like that.
Yes.
Confetti is not as hard. You can clean it up and everything like that. But yeah, I would sneeze confetti 100%.
Okay. All right. Would you rather? You said are you still a soccer fan? I know you grew up playing.
Um, yeah, I like soccer.
All
I
right.
don't watch it on the daily, but I like it.
Is it Ronaldo or Messi?
No, Messi all the way.
Yeah, not even
Yeah,
question. Even think twice.
yeah, Messi.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, wait, why? You had a good answer.
Um,
Really good.
because
I am just curious. I don't watch soccer at all, but I feel like it's a hot topic around the place.
yeah. Well, when I was younger, my brother was serious about soccer.
Okay.
He went to college for soccer,
Oh no.
and he always liked Messi, and I was young, like I was 6 years old. I didn't know anything, so he was like, "Yeah, Messi's the best player in the world," and I was like, "Okay." And then I followed him a little bit when I was playing soccer, and I like Messi a lot more than Ronaldo. I don't know.
Okay.
That
I
got
like it.
me.
From Big
Yeah,
Brother. I like it. Country music or rap music?
I think it's equal. I listen to
Equal.
both. Yeah, I listen to both. I
Okay.
do listen to both. But my favorite musician for rap would be like J. Cole, I
J.
think.
Cole. Okay.
Yeah,
Like that one.
yeah.
J. Cole, who's in the country game? Who's at the top of the country game right now?
I'm Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen?
Yeah.
I'm going Zach Bryan. I'm big on the Zach
Okay.
fan.
He's good too. He's good too.
All right, cool. J. Cole, Morgan Wallen. Thoughts on the Morgan Wallen bald head?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll I'll answer for you. Atrocious. It's brutal.
Yeah, pretty atrocious. Yeah, pretty atrocious.
All right. What was the walk up last year? Walk up song last year, and then what are you thinking for this year? Are you gonna keep it or are you gonna turn it over?
So last year it was Pepas by Faruko. Yeah,
Strong.
and I messed up because I put it in the start 0-0, so
Okay.
it just played at the start, and then I have a little superstition where I was doing good when I just played it from the start. I didn't want to like once I had a good season, so I didn't want to change it to like 30 seconds or I'm just gonna keep it at that and just see if
100%.
it keeps going. For this year, I don't know. I still need to figure it out. I think I want to do another type of like Spanish song like
Yeah.
Pepas again. It got me hyped up when I was going up to the plate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
It
dub
got me
that.
hyped up.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That was actually gonna ask you that. Do you have any other superstitions? As
I have
the
a
great
lot.
Michael Scott. Do you really see as the
I have
great
a
Michael
lot.
Scott says, I'm not superstitious, just a little stitious. I'd like what you got? You have a lot of them?
I have a lot.
Okay. Dude, if you don't mind,
They're
run me through the list.
they're pretty weird. Some of them are weird. Um, I have to drink two electrolytes before a game.
Love it.
I have to drink a monster before every game.
Okay.
And um, well, back in high school, I had one where I had to park backwards in the parking lot and not forward. I had to back park into it.
I love that.
Before going up to the plate, I do something with my bat. I like look at the sky, put my bat up, and I put like the tip of my bat on the sun before every at bat.
I have
Yeah,
been in a lot of locker rooms. That's a
yeah,
good one. I really
yeah.
like that one.
Do that one.
That fires me up.
Um,
What if it's an overcast day though?
yeah, and then I checked like the lightest part of the sky.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that plays. All right, that plays. I was gonna say
yeah,
because you guys get some, and we had some really nasty rainy days down here in Charleston for you guys.
yeah, yeah,
So you just find lightest part of the sky. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
My only one that really stood out to me was I was a big bubblegum guy. We always had
Mm-hmm.
double bubble and chew a piece of gum. First at bat, didn't get a hit, swapped it out. But if you got a hit, it had to stay. So if
Yeah,
you're like 2 for 2, 3 for 3, it's the same piece of gum all game, obviously.
yeah, yeah,
Um, I was usually over, so I usually ran through 4 or 5 pieces of gums a game.
yeah, yeah,
That wasn't really an issue for me, but
yeah,
needed a superstition that actually worked.
yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Last question. Now it's kind of a vague one. Do you have a baseball bucket list? Like
Um,
a ballpark to go to, or a, hey, I want to lead the country in stolen back, something that like is kind of unique to you?
Well, what's funny is like before my freshman season, my biggest thing on my bucket list would have been hitting for the cycle. And obviously I really wanted to do that for a freshman season, and it did happen.
You hit,
So uh,
you hit for the cycle.
yeah, against UMass Amherst.
I did my homework and I ran through all the numbers. If you guys want to have some fun and go see how easy the game of baseball was for Cam Maldonado in the 2023 season, it's almost like a My Player on MLB The Show. The guy was unbelievable. I did not see that you hit for the cycle. That's bad
Yeah,
broadcasting on my end.
yeah.
At home, or was it at their place?
It was away.
Oh, all right. So run me through. So that was your bucket list, was hitting for the cycle, and you already did it.
Yeah, and I have probably just playing at the highest level
Okay.
is another one, and also visiting like a lot of parks, like basically all the parks I can
Okay.
for an MLB, just visiting and playing or watching. Like, I just want to like experience all that. Definitely.
Do you have a favorite ballpark that you've been to so far?
Um, Probably Truist Park.
Truist. It's
Hmm.
a good one.
It's a
Fun
great
fact:
park.
I did my thesis on Truist Park. Well, at George Mason, just about how like them building that new ballpark has changed the way that sporting events have kind of facilitated their events around a 24/7 year venue, not so much as like a baseball field, but the whole thing. But yeah, you got a lot of baseball left to be played, my dude. You're going to be probably visiting those ballparks with a pair of spikes on, whereas I'll do them with my flip flops.
Yeah, hopefully.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Well, dude, Cam, I cannot thank you enough for coming on. If you ever need anything, the brand, the pencil, we're gonna send you a pack of 500 of them this year, just in case
Awesome.
year we
Perfect.
roll.
Awesome.
Can't thank you enough. Cam Maldonado, Northeastern Baseball. Make sure to tune in. One of the coolest coaches in the country, and Coach Clavin, but this freshman, now a sophomore superstar, just getting things going.
Definitely. Awesome. I'm having a blast on here. Definitely.
Whenever you're ready to come back, man. We're a super unbiased podcast. So
Yeah.
anytime you do anything, we will go absolutely bonkers. So
Perfect.
when you hit the
Perfect.
cycle again, I'll be ready to well, we'll have to do something for it. When Cam Maldonado hits a homer every game this year, every time you hit a homer, we'll volunteer a pencil to a Northeastern student, something like that.
Perfect. That'll be perfect. Awesome.
All right, perfect. All right, Cam Maldonado, season 2 underway.